Welcome! Now we have a very nice Richmond challenge race. This was the 2015 UCI World Championship was held on this course, and we're doing 3 laps of it. Now let's watch the start. We are with Christo. Oh, 500 watts. That's pushing it. That's an awesome start. His heart rate is going up. Don't know if you can sustain this kind of effort. Okay, he's dropping back. And now he must just maintain it. Goomster is on my #1 position. So he had a very hot start. He's still doing 446. Heart rate 170, almost 170. Yeah, these starts in Zwift is so hard. It's also, he's keeping pace there quite nicely. So he's definitely in first place of all of us. Because I specifically didn't want to start that kind of hot, because this is a long race. But I can see he's actually mixing it up there in the front. Very nice. His heart rate is almost max, and they still hammer away. Whoa, this is terrible watts, man. And okay, we see Christo. He's got a nice little group here. He's hanging a bit on the back. He must get more mid back. I think there's a small gap happening. Let's just see. Yeah, it's not. It's just 1 or 2 bike links, and he's doing very, very well. That is super awesome. And his heart rate settled. It's 145, so it is sustainable. But now there's a gap again. You got to close the gap. He's closing the gap, but you see that's burning legs. The heart rate is going for 150. Okay, now you must ease off. You are in the group. You can ease off a little bit. Oh, he's out the front as well. So now he's going to hit the wind. He is easing off, but a little bit late. Now everybody's going to shoot past again. You have this yo-yo effect. And now you have to pick it up again to sort of not get dropped by the group. So there he goes again, 280. And let's see. He's sort of last position almost. He's doing 320 now. Okay, it looks like then your pace is about equal. We are with Allan now. And as you can see, he's keeping it nice and steady. His heart rate is a bit high, 167. The start was really hot. He's got this red and white kit on. I'm just in front of him, that with the green and the red cap. It's quite a nice kit he's got on. We're gonna watch Christo here. I see he's about 85th position. And here's Goomster, 41st position. So they are still in a group in front of us, if I'm right. It seems we are 3 groups at the moment. It is Goomster's group, and then it's me and Allan's group, and then it is Christo's group. But I think I just saw myself went past there. Was it me, that green and red? Let me just have a nice look here. So fast, but there's a green on the other side. Allan's red kit, red and white kit. I don't think I can see it. But we are absolutely motoring along here. Okay, now we're watching Allan here. That green and red in his screen is me, so we're still together. So what I can see is then the group just in front of us that we can't see at the moment. That must be Goomster's group. And we are motoring along here, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to forward this to the climb, because I mean that is where the action happens. That's where the divisions will happen. That's where people will get dropped. That's where you gotta dig deep. So let's forward. Yeah, let's go to the first climb. Okay, and here we are. Okay, we are now at the first climb. You'll see it will ramp up now. It's sort of we just went past the marker that starts the official climb. We're not on the cobblestone section yet, but as you can see, we have to push quite a bit of watts here to stay with the group, because it's already a 6% incline. So Allan is pushing 400 watts. Yeah, I even saw 450 there. Now you have to pace here as well. You want to stay with the group. You don't want to get dropped, but you don't want to go all out. There is 3 laps. There's still another 2 climbs per lap, including this one is 3 per lap. So you have to sort of pace. I'm trying to pace. Allan just went past me, and I just want to do, my heart rate is actually already too high, 172, because like I say, I was struggling on the flats to keep up. Now I've got a feather with me, which I'm going to use in the top half of this, where it's actually steeper, because it's now going to flatten off to 8, 5, 6, 5% incline. But you'll see now, on this corner is where I use it normally. So I'm going to pop it now. There we go. And then I'm just going to go around. Now I don't exactly know what happened to Goomster. I just see we're with him and he's nowhere. But this is Allan. He's pushing still 400. You see I just went past him on the left of him. And it is because of the feather. So now I'm a bit fresher than him. Although my heart rate doesn't say that. Chris is right behind us. And he is really going for this hill. 340, and he was constantly at that. Let's see if he uses a power up. Okay, on this corner is a nice place. No power up. Alright, grind it, go. He is maintaining a very good watts. That's the highest I've seen his heart rate, huh? 158. Wow. Maintain it. Go. Yeah, I think Goomster's bicycle is crazy. He is doing tremendous watts. He's going up a climb. I don't exactly know what happened with him. I think he's got internet problems. He is in 43rd. So that means he is just behind our group and is in front of Christo's group still. Interesting. He's on the second climb. It's quite a little tough one, that one. Okay, yeah, I am actually behind him. I'm totally confused, but I'm behind him. As you can see, I'm pushing 500 here because I just want to get over this climb. Allan is right on me, right behind me, and he passed me under the van. Wonderful. Yeah, Christo is on that downhill just before this climb. Yeah, you can actually do a super tuck to save your legs a little bit, and then when you get around the corner you have to get on your pedals. But he's got a nice little group here. You must just stay with him. Okay, the kick up is around that corner. Let's see how he handles that. There we go, over the red line. Okay, you must now start to... Yeah, there's the horses coming in now. Something maintainable. You could actually, if you want to close a gap, this is the place to close a gap. That guy's in front, you could actually close it to them if you could keep it close to 400. He's he's putting decent watts, lots of power through that pedals. Maintain it, keep it. Now you see at 340 he's doing 11 kilometers per hour, now 12, and you're basically over the hill. Now you must not slack off now, you must slack off a little bit later. Alright, here we are with Goomster, and he is in position 52 at the moment, and he's just behind the group, and he's still in the slip, so that's good. He is attached and he can sort of save himself. His heart rate was very high, 167, and he's actually using his feather here. It's a good place because the gradient is sort of the same. Here is the steepest gradient here where he is now, but it will flatten off very quickly, so it's just a little bit 8 degrees and then it will flatten off again to about 5. So it's 8, now 7, almost, now it will be 6, okay, 8, it will flatten off, promise. Alright, 7, there we go, and he is actually not maintaining a nice power here, so he's probably a bit spent and he actually gave up. He probably decided he'll wait for the guys behind him, and this is probably where I can see Allan just behind him, so Allan is coming up behind him now. So all this time he was still in front, and there's Allan, and I should be with Allan. Goomster is now on that corner there in front, and I'm right behind Allan, so we're just basically maintaining it up here. Do a nice steady effort, and it's all good. And this is the third climb of a lap, so this is your final climb. This is also your climb that leads into the start finish. When we round this corner now where I just went round, there's Allan just in front of me. So what I did now is I decided I must catch Allan, right? So I waited for this guy to come around, and then basically I'm gonna work with him. I even used the arrow there, and then I just picked it up. Christo is now on the climb just behind us. He's still doing very decent watts, maintaining heart rate 155, 156, so he is pretty much on his max. Now as soon as everybody is past this start finish, I'm gonna jump to basically the next hill, but it's still some time for him. He must still get up here, and he's still at like an 81st position. Heart rate max, everything max. Here's Allan, heart rate has still got like 5 beats left, still doing a decent 300 and something. I just saw myself just in front of him. I saw Goomster there with me as well, so yeah, we are all three together. So I was lying earlier, didn't see Goomster. So basically the whole first lap he was in front, and we caught him on the end of the first lap. Alright, so by now you're already thinking of what am I doing in this race, because it's terrible. At least the pace will come down a little bit, so at least you can sort of rest a bit. There I'm 100% next to Allan there, and Goomster is just in front of us. All three of us together now, side by side almost. Alright, I'm gonna skip. Now here we are at that first climb again. I think it's called Livy's Heel. Just went over the marker, so from here it kicks up at 5 degrees, 6 degrees, or percent incline, I must remember that. And now it becomes a race of nutrition, because how much stamina have you got in your legs? I'm trying to maintain just my 300 here. Allan is behind me there, so he's using me as his pace. Goomster is just coming past me. I actually dropped it off a bit. Now I'm back up to 300. Now I'm gonna kick around that corner, so I just want to get the average speed up a little bit, and now I'll get out of the saddle and just kick it around here, so make it work. There's not much in the tank here. The legs are complaining, but I went around Goomster. Allan went around Goomster and he's on me. He used the feather to get there. The feather makes you 9 kilograms lighter, so it does help on change your power to weight ratio. And there I use my feather exactly on the same place, and then you'll probably see I'll go away from Allan at the moment, because I am 9 kilos lighter. There I go, gone. And then because I have momentum, I'll try and keep it, so I'll try and keep it around there. You saw Allan was doing 490 and he was not gaining on me, because that is how big a difference weight is in the game. They really reward your diet. Alright, and there's Goomster's basically drop, he broke. So let's see if he can recover. Yes, Christo is coming into the same climb. They're still a little bit away back. He's in a little tiny group of, looks like 3 people. So they're just rotating at a very decent... Now, this is the point basically as well. He's still doing 266 watts. He's still maintaining exactly the same watts as what we are doing. But we're in the group in front. The thing is, yes, you must stick to the group. You must not get dropped. The moment you get dropped, you'll even work harder, but you'll go slower. So that is the big problem, to basically fight for the wheel. Alright, he's still a little bit away from that. So we're basically approaching the second climb now, or should be over that one, just about. Christo is now incoming. On the right hand side there will be the start of this. Actually, still a little bit away from it. It's around that corner. And the cameraman switched to us. Okay, this is just because he switched to us, it looks like that, but I was riding straight, I promise. I'm still pushing 400. Basically, Allan is a little behind me and Goomster is right on Allan. Now basically I saw there was a gap, so I thought, okay, now is my time to sort of put a hurt in. So I accelerated from the top there, went for the other group in front of me, and I actually made it. So it's a gamble, but I made it, and then I could basically drop these two and then I can get away. I don't know if this was a successful move. I think it stayed, but we'll see now. Yes, Goomster, and he is still behind Allan. Oh, he lost touch. He is 27 seconds behind Allan. He's got a guy with him. Alright, yes, Christo, they're on the climb now, so they have started this climb, and he is still maintaining 300. Now, if you can remember what I was doing here, Christo is doing more watts than what I was doing here. But he is of course heavier as well. He's got a nice light bike there. Kick it, go, go, go. That's very nice. As long as he can keep in contact there, it's good. Don't let the guys go. Stay with him. You don't have to be in front of him, just stay with him. Now his heart rate is 161. I've never seen that. 161. And he's with him. Come on, you can do it. Stay with him. Now we approached the last hill. I've got, it seems like 40 seconds on Goomster, 15 on Allan. Alright, so 15 seconds is like, he can still see you now and then, and but it's a decent gap. It's a decent gap. I was a bit alone here, I think. I can't remember if I caught those guys or not. Allan was also, of course, alone. As you can see, I think he had a flat wheel. Now he's still maintaining 300 watts there. There's still room for the heart as well. You could go a little bit harder. But he was probably like me, thinking, there's still one more lap. So you have to keep something in reserves. And in any case, while we're racing, I was also watching the side to see the seconds and stuff. So I can always gauge who's behind me, who's in front of me, how far. Now, as you can see from Goomster, it is 19 seconds, 20 seconds to Allan, and it is 34 seconds to me. And he is basically a no man's land, and he's in a lot of hurt. His heart rate can still go. So I think it's his legs that basically gave up now. He went too hard in the beginning, and the legs is a bit shot. Yeah, just past this guy, but this guy is of course cooked. That's what you look like if you hit the wall. You're going backwards very fast. I'm also in no man's land, but I saw on the right hand side there's a couple of guys behind me, so they're gonna catch. So I'm definitely gonna wait for them. This is Christo with his two mates, and I really hope that he sticks with them, and it will really assist. Stay with them. Yes, he's still pushing out some nice watts. 348 I saw there. Heart rate is of course max 161. And just stick with him. He's doing a good job. I'm like in no man's land. I can't remember. Yeah, I just burned that. There was a guy behind me. There was a guy behind me. It's 3 seconds. Two guys. They are 2 seconds behind me. I was actually timing it so that I can basically stick with them. So I waited for them. So I was only doing 118, 200. Alright. Basically, yeah, I will accelerate and just fall in there. Because you can't race a race like this on your own. You have to be in a group, or at least have a couple of guys working with you, and then you can. So I was very glad to get him. Allan was still on his own. I saw there was guys behind him. There's one guy behind him now, 44 and 55, and then over a minute. Now these guys did come together and they did catch up with Allan. Goomster, he is soloing it as well. So Christo is still having an awesome race here with his two buddies, his two new best friends. You must invite them for a braai or something. In any case, they're going up here, still 300. He is strong on the climbs. He can push the watts when he wants to. Christo is now dropping off the watts a bit. So the legs are probably feeling it. And as I said that, he picked it up. Let's keep going. That little bit where he slacked, he is now in the last position of this group. He must not let him get away now. That is a little gap in front of you. You have to now push to close that quick. Don't let it drift. He is not pushing. That gap's gone. Yeah, that's gone. Alright, he'll have to solo now until somebody comes from behind. Alright, I'm gonna go forward where there's some action. Here things got very interesting because we picked up another guy, so we were now 4 guys together, and the pace was falling off because everybody was a bit tired. I was happy that I can get a rest. My heart rate is high, but as you can see, Allan is now 48 seconds behind me, but he picked up 1, 2, 3, 4 people, or they a group of 4 as well, but they are seriously pushing. So I was like keeping an eye on that, and I was seeing that they are closing the gap down. But I can't make the group go faster. That's a problem, and I don't want to push too much in front. I want to save myself for the hills. But what I was aiming for is if I can beat, you see Allan here, they're a group of 4. Now their average kilometers per hour is now 41, and if you saw ours, it was under 40. They are eating up the seconds in between us, and now I'm just hoping to get to the hills before they can basically catch up with us. And the guy on front of Allan's group, that's, I can't even say that long name, but that guy was seriously putting out watts. Every time I watched, he was doing 4.8, 4.9. So I knew we can't ride away from him. We must just hope we get to the end before, to the climbs before they catch us. And well, they were catching. Now here's Goomster. He is still in 70th position. He's just in front of Christo. Christo is 3 minutes behind him at the moment, and he is basically sometime behind us as well. He's still maintaining his 170, 180 solo effort. So unfortunately, if you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, it's terrible. He's got a guy behind him, 55. He's got nobody else. Christo's 2 mates is just 11 seconds in front of him, but he's all on his lonesome. So he's doing a TT all the way, and he's maintaining his 200-ish watts, and he is maintaining the heart rate, which is quite high actually. So he's pushing it. But that's going to be a solo effort for the end. There's a guy behind 14. So there is hope. I'm still going with my group of 4. But we did pick it up. I did a nice little pull there to get the average speed up. Because I was panicking because I was looking behind me, and then I saw Allan and them. They already, I think, what is that, 29. So seriously, I was starting to panic here because I know it's still a long way to the hills. I know I'm strong in the mountains, but let's get there, because he's going to destroy me on this flat. And I was so glad if every time I rolled through the front, everybody sort of picked up the pace, so we actually maintained a bit of better pace. But you can see here, Allan's group, 45, 46, 47, okay, this is on that downhill, doesn't really count. And they've got nice little, Allan was doing some nice watts there before he super tucked, saving his legs to that rabbit as soon as he finds it. But the bunny knows he must run. So this was, I think this assisted in my heart rate going up. And I'm telling you, the seconds just came down. And now it's 33 seconds. And it was just this downhill that stretched it out a bit. But what's going to happen now is, as soon as we hit the flats, they're really going to close down. Because like I said, that one guy in his group, he really drilled it. Alright, done with the downhills. Now they still momentum from the downhill, they're still doing 50s. 51 kilometers per hour. And right now they are 26 seconds behind. And the seconds is just coming down, and there's nothing I can do. As you see, they were still pushing some nice watts. The guy on the front of this group is doing 4.9 watts per kilogram. Yeah, Christo is still doing his TT, but I see there is people right behind him. 2 seconds, 1 second. What he must now do is just jump on them. Now you must not let them get away. Must jump on them. And now we switch cameras. We went back to me. What I have now decided is we're on the hill. We made it's just a little kick up. We're not yet there. I've basically given up. I know they're going to catch us, because at this moment they are 13 seconds behind. And I actually want them, or they will catch me, but what I want to do, I want to be as fresh as possible when they do. So I was pushing and pulling this group the best I could, but they didn't want to go any faster, so that's it. So now all you can do is conserve your energy. We're almost at a hill. They are now basically 15 seconds behind. So this cat and mouse was not good. My heart rate 166, and I was resting here a bit. As you can see, I was hanging in the back, low watts, but everybody here was resting. It was just, the group was tired, everybody was slow. We pushed a bit too hard. Now Allan, 10 seconds, 9 seconds. And as you can see the difference, they are still pushing 42 kilometers per hour. They're still pushing 230, 40 watts. And the group there just in front of him, that's me. So Allan is probably having a grin. He's already tasting the victory here. But we'll see. The power to weight ratio, let's see. So Allan is hanging at the back here. His heart rate is luckily also very high. Luckily as in for me. So Christo did stick to this group. Wonderful. So he did up his pace. He stuck to this group. And that is how you do it. So now you've got a group at least that you can work together. Because soloing is slow. So very well done, Christo. Now you just stick with them. I would like to see on the hill here. Alright. We're going to start Libby's hill now. Now you'll see the guys, they're going to catch us now. 2 seconds behind, 1 second behind. We're on 300 watts already. We upped the pace here because of the climb. Yeah, the first guy come past. Second guy. Third guy. And I was waiting for Allan to come past, and then I saw Allan basically came basically to me, and then he couldn't sustain. Now I was pushing 400 watts here because I rested, so I had some legs left, and we're not talking about the heart rate. It's not mine, it's somebody else's sensor. And like I say, it was probably part of the excitement. So Allan is right here, he's pushing decent watts. These legs fold. That's it. He was just gearing, it was just changing a gear. Come on, get it up. 300. You can't do it. Now I'm sticking to that, guys, because that was my plan as well. As soon as those guys that's faster come past, I'm not gonna let them go. So I'm gonna go with them. And that is also why I was resting. So Allan is on 170. I'm actually on 180 here on the top with my heart rate. It's crazy. My heart can't go there. But I was using everything I've got. I used my power up just before this little arch, because then I get a new power up as well, and then that power up can help me, assist me on that on the top side to catch the guys in front, which I also did. And here's Christo still with his 4 new buddies, and they are motoring along. Very nice average speed. Everything looks good. Still quite a bit away from the hill. Now on this hill, I maintained about 300. Allan was also about 300. I am almost on the top there. Allan is here, and he's got one buddy with him. I must be through the top already now, and already got 19 seconds on him. I had to, on the top there, I had to chase down 2 other guys to catch them, so that they can actually, I can go with them to the line. But I was pretty good. Yes, Goomster, we haven't seen him in a long time, and he is still maintaining 70th. And I don't exactly know who's in front and who's behind him, but I can think Christo is still behind him, and we are just in front of him, I think. Let's hope so. He is approaching the hill now. This is also the hills will suit him very nicely. I see he's got some nice aero wheels. What is it? Avenge. Some nice aero bike. That is the trick, eh? I also think the aero setup is better on this course. I will try it next time. In any case, he is doing the climb. But you see, with his lightweight, he's doing 160-ish, 190, which will give him it's a 3 watts per kilogram already. Yeah, this is the guys basically I caught, or this one guy, and we're just going for the finish now. My heart rate is somewhere decent again. No, it's not really decent, still a little bit high, but it's very near. This is the last uphill, and I pulled a gap on Allan. The moment 27 seconds. Alright, so now because this is now the last hill and then it is the finish line, so you can basically empty the tank. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I actually got out of the saddle and I was just having the legs work it. Still at 66, 67 cadence. because I wanted to actually go from that into like a type of sprint, but the legs had other ideas. And this is Allan at the bottom of his climb, and he is still maintaining a decent watts as well. His heart rate is also calmed down a bit. Still doing a nice cadence, 95, 94. And we'll see. The high cadence is really the answer as well. If you want to maintain a steady effort against a hill, or it doesn't matter where, if you want to maintain a steady effort, then a high cadence it works very well. And here I am on the straight. Now here I was breathing through my ears because I was very, very extremely exhausted, but I was pushing as hard as I can. So this is everything I've got. And I've got a nice cadence of 90. I'm catching this guy, and that always helps. And I was really pushing it. I mean, my heart rate was already 178. It's unbelievable. And 320. Now I got up and sprinted. Got 380, actually 400, and that's it. Dead. Yeah, Allan, I saw 400 as well. 80 cadence. He's changing gears, positions. He's got 91, 337. Come on. Catch that carrot in front of you. Go, go, go. 240, he's coming down. Must go up, not down, up. In any case, if you're tired, you're tired. So yeah, he's just gonna cruise to the finish. If you are tired, you are tired. Well done. Good race. That was good. And let's see. Goomster is on the downhill. Cruising down the downhill. So he's basically he had the solo race. Now he's even using the power up to increase his slipstream, and he's got nobody to slip behind. And here we have Christo at that little kicker, second last hill, and he's still maintaining 300 plus watts. Very nice. He's got a nice little group here, and if they can just stay together, go, and he's having definitely a fun race. His heart rate is extremely high, 160. But it's good. That means at least he's working now. You can't close that gap. Not 170. We want 270 or 370. Come. You see, I see now. Basically, I think he's got a bit of a weak spot on top of the hill. He doesn't carry the power over the top, and that is also a secret you have to do in real life racing as well. Just power over the hill, not to the top of the hill. And he's gonna have probably a solo all the way to the finish. And why is he painting his bike with yellow forks and red frame? Alright, so he's gonna have a nice solo race now to the finish. I'm gonna skip a bit. We've got Christo on the last climb. I think I'm gonna assist him a bit, yeah. Gonna speed up the video slightly. Now there we go. Now Christo is motoring along, going up at 6,700 watts. No, he's still doing. He is suffering a bit. We've got Goomster here. Goomster is just finishing now. Oh, there he did. finished. Here's Christo right behind him. And Christo is still hovering around 300. Come, last straight. Go, Christo. Christo, that was a lady. That just a lady went past. Christo, a lady. All right, doesn't matter. Go, go, go. Go, go. Faster. And that blue thingy is his target. And you finished. Well done, everybody. And it was some serious effort. And I hope everybody had a lot of fun. And let's do this again soon. Bye.